y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Comment and pin. Thank y'all. What's up, Mac? It is exactly 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on in. Y'all already know it's your girl Corey Love of Corey Love Reporting _ on Instagram, an entity of Ladybug Media Management. Tonight we are going to be having a carefree conversation with Star of She Building Her, and she is out of California. So y'all already know when I come on, because I'm always purchasing from other people, I just want to go ahead and really share out the products that I got this week. And do me a favor before I even get started. Those of you that are regulars, make sure you click that arrow or airplane, whichever you want to call it. Share this out with your audience. Let them know that they need to tune in, okay? Thank y'all for tuning in right on time, right on point. Okay. What's a mistake? Yes. Thank you. I'm getting there. Oh, no problem. I go ahead and do my little spiel before I pull you in. Yeah, that's what a lot of my audience is out there. And it's actually like 5 o'clock there now. So, but while y'all sharing that out, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the products that I purchased this week. Hey, Love Asia, look what I just used. I'm using this thing so sparingly. Listen, if y'all haven't gotten y'all Charlie's body butter yet, make sure y'all get one. This thing is so good. I have it on my desk, away from everybody else, and I use it. It does keep me so moist. So if y'all haven't got one, and it smells so good, make sure y'all get one. All right. So while y'all sharing that out with your audience, I'm gonna share it out with mine as well, so I can make sure they jump on in. All right. So first things first. First thing up. It is. Let me see. Let me share this with her so she don't miss out. My thing went up for whatever reason. It went back. How do we pick the body? How do we pick up the body butter? Oh, it's not from me. It's Charlie's body butter, and I'll put the information in. I'll tag him at the end of the show. But if you just type in Charlie's body butter, it'll come up. This was gifted to me by Love Asia, who is my I call her my virtual esthetician. So when all y'all talking about, oh, you got that glow, that's because of her. So my stylist brought me lip gloss. I guess my lips look dry. I don't know, y'all. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start talking about the things that I got this week. So this is really, really cute and cool. Don't ask me the name of it, please. I don't know. But apparently it's for hookahs and smoking, I'm gonna say CBD products. Y'all forgive my. I got this from Queen Petty Boutique. Isn't it pretty? Look like you could just put your pen and use it for your pen too, but it's really for hookahs. And I broke it already. As soon as I got it and opened it, I broke it. This isn't the complete look of it. It's supposed to have like 2 or 3 other more little diamonds hanging from them. So Queen Petty Boutique, make sure y'all check her out. Tell her I sent you. Not that y'all gonna have a discount, I don't know. And remember that I interviewed Sean Don, you know I like to say Sean Don T of Renegade Radio, and I'm a woman of my word. Exactly. I don't even smoke hookah, and I'm like, it's just so pretty. I'm like, I gotta get it and support her. So that's what I got. I bought her book. It's all messed up because of my hands, my oil and stuff. So, Hard Times, Life of a Ghetto Black Chick. Remember I interviewed her a couple of weeks ago on the music edition. So I made sure I'm a woman of my word, and I got the book, and I'm gonna be reading it. So if you haven't got yours, or you haven't seen that that show, it's still in my IGTV. Check it out and make sure you grab your copies. Only $10, and I think it's free if you have Kindle. But I like hardback. I have a lot of Kindle books and I'm so horrible with it. You're welcome, honey. And I also purchased, Tammy is a big supporter of my show, and she hasn't been on the last couple of times because she's getting ready to vacation, honey, so she ain't got time for us, I guess, child. So she also wrote her first, I'm gonna say it's a journal. So it's 10 ways to affirm self-love. So I supported her. Hey, Queen Patty Boutique, I'm going to show it again. You just missed it. So I supported her and got her book. So those are my 2 products this week. See? I was just telling them about it, girl. People say, even if I don't smoke, I just like it because it's so pretty. Can I use it for a pen? And I broke it. Don't judge me. I broke it. They were like other things hanging off of it. And I broke it. Y'all forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm going to show y'all. Hold on. See, it's all in the... It's other parts that go to... I broke it. I am sorry. I apologize, y'all. But that's my support. So make sure you got your Becoming Me affirmation journal and your Life of a Ghetto Chick by Sean Dawn T at Renegade Radio. And I use this today. My earrings are from Crave Dior Boutique. Okay. Oh, she said the rest of the month of July is $8 for this one. Okay. Yes, Becoming Me. All right. You're welcome, darling. So that is my... And this month, I think I've chosen like 8 people to support. So these are the products that I got already. One really good, great announcement for me. Thank you, Crave Dior Boutique, honey. Share this out with her. Let her see me rocking her earrings. And I got them in all colors. I think I got red, white, and blue. No, red, white, and black. I got 3 colors. So yeah, thank you. What I was going to say. So, you know, I'm a big supporter. So those are my purchases this week. And I have been asked to be a brand ambassador for That T-Shirt Girl. So I'm excited about that because y'all know this from Walmart though. This one from Walmart. Don't judge me, okay? Don't come on here and judge me. But this shirt is from no, it's red, white, and black. This is from Walmart, but I can't wait to get my shirt from That T-Shirt Girl. Okay, so I'm gonna be her brand ambassador, so I'm gonna be wearing her shirt. And also somebody else, which is Mrs. Tierra Dion, I'll be wearing her shirts, which represent mental health. All right, so y'all gonna be seeing those shirts. And if you have shirts, obviously I will wear those too. I don't expect anything for free, so I'll pay the taxes, the shipping, or you know, the % off or whatever. But I definitely share and tell people about your products. Okay, so we're gonna get right and we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the person that I'm having a carefree conversation with tonight, who is Star, and I don't want to say her last name because I don't want to bash it. And I think it's Melancon. I'll let her say. And she is out of California, and I'm gonna go ahead and add her in. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Go ahead and keep sharing this out with your audience if you have not already done. Get all this good information that she's gonna give us about our hola. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm hot, tired. I won't keep going on, but yeah, I'm good, girl.
Cause you in Florida, huh?
Huh?
You in Florida, huh?
Yeah, it's so
it's hot out there.
Yeah, it's hot. It's really hot, and it doesn't. It just stays hot. It's not as hot as like Phoenix or whatever, but you know, every state or every city have like a different type of hot, and so ours is a different type of hot. How is it out in Cali?
I went to college in Louisiana.
Okay. Yeah.
So that humid hot is a different kind of hot.
Exactly. Yes. So go ahead and tell my audience who you are.
Hi. Well, thank you for having me, first of all. I truly appreciate you.
I'm glad you agreed.
I've been harassing you. Like, when you don't have me out.
You here, honey. Yes. And I know it's going to be, I'm telling you, if y'all ain't on here, you need to make sure you share it with somebody else that needs to be on here, because she has so much knowledge. I go on her live and I feel like I need to take out a dictionary and everything else, because I don't know.
Listen, I be telling y'all to get a notebook when I start. I'm like, go and grab your notebook and your pen
Come
because
back.
you're gonna want to write stuff down.
Yes, I do.
But my name is Star Melancon, and I am a women's finance strategist, and I'm from Oakland, California. I'm the founder of She Building Her. And what I do is basically I help women create strategies to reach their short and long-term financial goals, right? Because we all got financial goals, or we should. And so we do that in a few different ways. We do it through budgeting, saving, stock market investing, debt repayment, and planning for retirement. And so usually when I'm on my lives, I'm usually talking about either budgeting or stock market investing, because I feel like that's where the biggest gap is, right? Like that's the biggest gap where people need the information and they need it in a very simple, no nonsense, just straightforward way.
Right.
Because a lot of times you'll come across these topics in finance and it'll be convoluted with so many different words that it just makes it overbearing, overwhelming, and you like, you know what? I'm good.
And that's my problem. I'm like, I don't know. So that's why when I look at yours, I write them down because I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back. Because for me, you break it down and you don't give too much info to, flood us. You break it down. So every time you're on her show, I say show, but she goes live, she talks about one particular thing. The next time it'll be a next. And she also allows people to come on for 10-minute intervals to join in. And if you have any questions, you can ask for 10-minute intervals and you can get on and ask whatever you need to ask. So that's one of my biggest questions, stocks. But before I even get to that, how did you, because you went to school for biochemistry.
Microbiology.
Microbiology. See?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Close.
Now I know that's science. Okay. Now you're dealing with money. How did you get that switch?
So, you know what? I was just telling someone earlier today. When I transitioned from corporate America into entrepreneurship, specifically into doing what I do, it was literally like an aha moment. Like I'm a scientist, so I'm super data driven, right?
Yeah.
And so people used to be like, your calling, do your calling and the money will follow, or go for your this. And I used to be like, what are you talking about? I'm like data, right? And so when I got to doing this, it was like, okay, God, that's what was happening. You were preparing me for this all along, right? So I truly believe that, like, I went to a HBCU. Anybody that's been to a HBCU or went to one, you know the amount of adversity that you have to face just to get through college, okay?
Yeah.
And then I went into corporate America, and I was the only Black woman. I learned to be very disciplined, to be very scheduled, to be very everything, right? But when I was there, I also learned how far we as people of color had to go, and as women had to go to even meet other people as it pertains to money, right? Because other people have money conversations all the time.
Yeah.
It's not a big thing. It's super casual over lunch, whatever. Yeah. But they talk about it. They talk about investing in stocks and salaries and, IRAs, and they talk about all of it. And I used to be sitting there like, I'm like they playing, table tennis. I'm like, what? I don't know what they talking about,
Yeah,
and
wow.
They was cool. They was my friends, so they would explain it to me. But then you have to stop and be like, wait, Star, this person supposedly is your equal. We got the same resume, same degree, same salary, work side by side. Why do they know so much about creating wealth and you know nothing about it? You got to check yourself and be like, something's wrong here. And that's what I did. And then from there, I just went on this whole journey of learning and understanding. And once I understood that you cannot work your way into wealth, you have to figure out ways to make your money work for you to truly obtain wealth. It was a wrap from there, right? Then I just got deeper and deeper and deeper. And then here I am.
That's it. Yeah. And that is so true. Because for me, like I tell people all the time, being in a classroom, I'm in the classroom with the kids. I don't know anything about that. So whenever we do have PD, professional developments, and I go and then, you know, I'm with other people and they're at the PD, but we're not talking about anything that's going on at the PD. And like you said, it's like these conversations and you're sitting there like, oh wow, okay, and don't have a clue. So it's like, oh, okay. So we really don't know about that stuff. So you bringing it to us.
So I'm gonna tell you, this journal right here, I don't have any more in stock. They've been out of stock for a long time. Don't judge me. But in that journal, I literally have a part in the back that's called joining the conversation. Okay. And the reason I put that there is because I put all of these finance terms, but broken down exactly how we would talk about them if we was talking to our sister, our best friend, our mom, right? Okay. Because I spent so much time feeling this big.
I know.
Super insignificant, not smart, just undeserving, like I didn't belong to be there. It was horrible. Like, it's really bad on your self-esteem when you're sitting amongst people and they're having these conversations and you feel like you have zero to contribute, right? Yeah. Like nothing.
But and you're so smart,
right,
you know?
Yeah, and then you start to, so I talk all the time about disassociating yourself. And so people disassociate themselves from money when they see something, like they see Jay-Z and Beyonce on a yacht and they're like, oh, must be nice. Or they see Kanye and Kim Kardashian, oh, must be nice. But you don't ever stop to say, oh, I want that. Oh, how can I get that? You're disassociating yourself like, oh, I deserve to see wealth, but I don't deserve to have wealth, right?
Right.
And so it's just this whole thing that goes on, and it's psychologically it's not healthy. And so that's what I do. I'm gonna tell you how it is in a way you can understand it, so you don't never have to feel like I felt. Right? You're gonna at least know something about something that they're talking about at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So what would be the first thing? Like, let's say a session with you, what would be the first thing that you would, let's just say, maybe ask? Say, I'm coming to you, hey, I have Ladybug Media Management. Hey, Charlie's Body Butter, thanks for coming in. Not to cut you off, Star. I just was talking about your products. I saw April jumped in, and I talked about your products earlier as well, too. You guys know I'm going to represent all the time and make sure we know about who else got what's going on, because we're on the Black Power movement now. So make sure you check these people out and support them, okay? So if I come to you, I'm Ladybug Media Management, and I just got my business card.
Oh.
So I feel like I'm like really official now as a business, which I have been, but I never had a bank account.
Right.
So to me, that didn't make me legit, so to speak. So now that I have my card and I come in, I say, hey, Star, I want to be real, or like, I want to get it together. What would be the first thing you would, tell me that I should do, or where should I go now?
Okay, so that's, even though it seems like a straightforward question, that's a loaded question. So it's two sides to it, right? First of all, every business is owned by a business owner, okay?
Right.
So your business money and your personal money need to be separate.
Right.
Okay? And the first step to being able to control finances within a business is to be able to control finances within your own household.
Right.
So you 1000% need to start with understanding just how to budget your own finances so that you can then understand how bookkeeping works within your business, right? Because the worst thing that you can do is feel overwhelmed by money and then shy away from it or turn a blind eye to it, which is what so many of my clients have done for so long. They're like, yeah, I know I have debt, but I don't even want to look at it, girl. I know I got debt. I know I got this, but I ain't even trying to look at it because it's just too much. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't turn away from it, because even though you turn away from it, it's not going to go away. It's just going to bite you harder, longer down the line or whatever. So I would say, the first thing is you need to Google or go to my store, right? Buy something or figure out a way to create a budget. And I always am a advocate of the zero-based budget. That means every single dollar that comes in your house, you need to assign it a job. I don't care if that job is getting my nails done, buying a bottle, going, to, and when I say bottle, I'm talking about alcohol, because when I'm with my clients, I do, I budget in fun funds.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Fun funds, because you don't want to feel super restricted, like,
Right.
oh my
Right.
God, you know.
Make it
But
real.
but you want to make sure you're tracking your money.
Right.
So that goes with everything. That goes personal finances, business. If you want to start investing in the stock market, you don't want to invest money that you need to pay your light bill with. Okay. So what do you need to do? You need to budget to make sure you're budgeting your stock market investments, you know? So people don't ever want to hear like budget, but that is literally the first step to everything that you're going to do with money.
Right. And that's what, when I separated it, well, I separated because I had my money going to PayPal, then it was going to my personal bank account. And so, honestly, I just was swiping. Like, I wasn't, you know, okay, I got Zoom bill, I got the Canva bill, I didn't separate none of that stuff. Everything was just all in one. So now I'm going to have everything directed to that. So I totally get what you're saying, because we need to know how to separate it and make sure we have budgets. And you're right, we always run from that. I don't want to. No.
Like, I think it's important to understand too, because I have a lot of people that be like, I budget. And I'm like, okay, well, what kind of budget, right? And they be like, well, I know I have this much coming in, and I know my bills are this much, and they're due on this day. I'm like, okay. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, okay. I'm like, that ain't a budget. That's not a budget.
Right.
That's just you're just tracking your money at that point, right? A budget is supposed to allow you to tell your money what to do versus your money telling you what to do. Because if you're just tracking it, that means your money is coming in and your bills is coming in and they telling you what to do. Zoom said you do today, so you just paying Zoom. You know, your energy said they do today, so you paying energy. No, a budget is supposed to say, no, I have this money, and you're going to go there, and you're going to go there, and you're going to go there, and this is how we're going to rock out this week.
So I'm good. Okay, I just got nervous. I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Because I got my budget right down to my toiletries. Like, 100%. I know I'm going to buy the dish detergent. Like, I have X amount of dollars for that. So, okay, because I just got nervous when you said that.
No, that's perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing. But you need to make sure you're budgeting in, okay, you know, I want to go traveling, so I need a sinking fund for my travel.
That's the thing that I don't, you just said it. You said funds. That's what I need to, work on now in separating that part, because I don't. So I did a savings plan thing with Bella's Credit Corner last month. So she had us to save, I think it came out to like $470 something. So that's gonna be I'm gonna act like that doesn't even exist. Because basically we were just saving X amount of dollars per day. So I put that away. Feel like for me, I changed whatever I had left at the end of the day. That's what I put in the kitty every day for that. Or whatever. Whenever I paid something. Okay, so I paid like the light bill, and it was like, let's say $214.93. So I made sure I put away the 7 cents, something like that. So that'll be my funds. So
I want you to also keep in mind that you are a priority.
Yeah.
So I always preach and I say, pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. And people are like, what are you talking about? Pay yourself first. Yeah. You know how the mortgage or the rent is due on the 1st?
Yeah.
You should have a day of the month that your savings is due. And it's not, I'm going to spend everything and then save what's left over. It's like, no, my savings is due on the 8th, and it's this much.
And y'all better get these gems right here. Y'all heard that? Because we don't do that. I love that.
Yes, you need to pay that bill. And that's what I mean by pay yourself first. And if you have to pay that bill and you can't afford to do something else, you need to treat it just like if you had to pay your rent or your mortgage and you can't do something else. You have to pay yourself. We're not the leftover. We're not working all of this and getting money and to be the afterthought. I'm not the afterthought. Right. I'm the priority, right? So when it's time to pay me, I'm not going to skimp, just like I don't skimp on the bank when I'm paying my mortgage or the bank when you're paying your car dealership. I'm important. So I'm going to pay myself like I pay all y'all, because y'all are not more important than me.
I like that. I need to redo my budget. I do, because that makes so much sense. That's what I do. Like, Y'all got that? Make sure
That's,
you put yourself on your budget.
yes.
Okay? That makes so much sense. Listen, she said, yes, I will get you on check.
Melanie, because she's one of my budgeting clients.
Okay. I just started doing that this month and make savings so much. Yes. Good.
And it makes
you
feel good. It makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a variation of self-care. Like we always talk about self-care. Like that is a variation of self-care, making yourself a priority in your finances, in your money. It's important, you know? So
that just made so much sense. So my older two, I have two young ones, two older ones. My older two said, Mom, you never take care of you. You never do you. You always want to. So they you just open up a can of worms, baby. It's gonna be about me, honey.
They gonna be DMing me like, hold on, what you done told my mama?
It's over, love. Yes, I love that. I definitely have to do this for real.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, Val, it does make a lot of sense. Like we don't do that, and then we complain. We really complain.
And you know, I also wanted to say, because for some reason, I'm gonna say, I don't know who's on here, but in the Black community, retirement is like an ambiguous term that nobody really like. I feel like no one really takes the time to acknowledge that retirement is a real thing. Like when you are out, when you're young, right? And when I say young, that's like, right, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. A lot. Young is up there these days. But when you're young and agile and you can move, you can get online now, make money, you have to understand there'll be a day that A, you can't do it, and B, you don't want to do it. Right. That day is going to come. So when it comes to retirement, that is not something you can put on the back burner. That's not like, oh, I want to do this now, and then when I get a little older, I'll open a retirement account. Because can you imagine working as hard as you have, taking care of kids, taking care of husbands, taking care of friends, and you take care of your parents, and then you get to retirement age and you have to struggle? Yeah. You have to struggle, and you don't realize, like, it's a difference when people are greeters at Walmart because they just want something to do with their time versus them being there needing to supplement their Social Security check. It's a difference. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be 76 years old, 75, sitting up there like, man, I need some extra income. That would suck. Right. Not at 75. I'm telling you, that is true. That's true. So y'all, we need to add that into our budget too. Right. So what kind of retirement account do you need? Yeah. You need a Roth IRA. A Roth, ROTH, IRA, individual retirement account. Okay. That is what type of, if you are self-employed like us, you need a Roth IRA. If you are employed, you need to be taking full advantage of your 401k. I don't care if you're like, oh, I'm gonna give the minimum. No, as far as they'll match you, you need to contribute to your 401k. Yeah. I have one with the school board. Even though I'm not there, it's there for me when I get of age. So, and yours, I think, is probably like is yours a 403b? I think it changed to a 403b. Yeah. Yeah. But it's so scary because you just, for me in my head, like you just don't know what'll change by that time. You know what I'm saying? So now I need to make sure I look into doing that because I'm self-employed now. So I was so excited to ask you about stocks. Like, so I'm not gonna lie, I have Robinhood downloaded on my phone. My son told me to do it. I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay. So what would you suggest we do for that? Like, definitely, I'm sure if you don't know it, get someone that does. That's one. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. So I just got it there, so I'm gonna be getting with you because I need to know what I'm doing. So what would you suggest for that? Besides making sure we get with someone, what should we research prior to calling or setting up something with you? So, you're right, Val. Yeah, she said, sorry, these things are not taught in the Black house at all. And as much as I love my parents and as much as they did for me, and I love my parents. All they said was save. That's it. Save your money. Yes. Save your money. That was it. Yep. You just taught money don't grow on trees. You better work hard for it and save it. That's it. Yep. So she's right about that. But so this is the reality. Google is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Google is your friend. Um, Most people start off like in the free DIY phase. I say this all the time, right?
Yeah.
Googling stocks and things like that. That is a great place to start. Just Google,
Yeah.
right? When it
Yeah.
comes to what stocks you should invest in, I always say before you get into the technical stuff of, dividend yields and, PE ratios and all the technical stuff, look around you. What are you already investing in? What kind of car do you drive? Do you buy Nikes? Do you have
Okay.
Sharpies? Do you have Crate and Barrel furniture? Do you go to
Mm-hmm.
Walmart to buy your groceries? If you do, then you need to buy Walmart stock. You need to buy some Crate and Barrel stock. You need to buy stock in the company that owns Sharpie. You need to buy some Nike stock. Start with where look around you and determine what you're already spending your money on.
Wow, that's
Because after
smart.
you spend that money, what's the only thing left is for them to pay you back for you investing in their company by buying their products, right? So start where, just look around. If you go to Starbucks every day, which you shouldn't be going to Starbucks, but whatever. If you go to Starbucks every day, buy some Starbucks stock. You see what I'm saying?
Tammy, if you on here, I hope you heard that.
If you shop on Amazon, buy some Amazon stock. If you can't afford Amazon stock, buy it in fractional shares. What are fractional shares? That means Amazon costs $3,000, I think, right now for one share, but you got $100 to spend. You go in Cash App or you go in Stockpile and you say, I want $100 worth of this $3,000 share. That's a fraction of a share. It's called fractional shares, right?
Okay.
Disney costs $200. You can buy $25 or $50 or $10 worth of one share, right?
Okay.
You just start where you are, basically.
Okay.
You look around you and see what would be considered a good investment because you're already investing.
That's smart. So, guys, while she's on it, we're conversating. Make sure you drop your questions in the question box if you have any questions for her. Again, this is Star of, I won't say your last name, of She Building Her out of California. But obviously some of the questions will be limited, but if you're really interested and you want to know how to do better, make sure you set up a consultation with her. So you can get where you're going. I get on her live every time I have the notifications on. She drops so much knowledge. I'm telling you, if you're following her, if you're not, you need to be following her. And if you are following her, I know you're getting it together because she drops knowledge. And it's not just for us. She's not just doing it for us African Americans. She's just doing it for you to learn how to build your knowledge on wealth. Because that's what we don't do. Like she said, that's why your parents told you, save your money. Money don't grow on trees. Oh, I'm not giving you that. You don't need to go here. You don't need to do that. No, we need to learn how to spread that money so we can have it for the long term. Okay.
And you know what? Let me tell you, one of the most freeing feelings is knowing that you have pockets of cash. Okay, because money drives our actions. So what you need to understand about investing, when you put the money in there, it's not going anywhere. It's still there. Like people think stocks is like gambling. Like you're going to lose it or it's not as you might think, right? When you put the money in there, typically it's, even if you don't make anything on top of it, that money is still gonna be there. So you can almost think of it like a savings account, right? Instead of putting my money in a savings account, I'm gonna put it right here and it has the chance to grow. Right? Instead of just putting it in a savings account and it not growing. Yeah,
at like 0.3%.
Or less.
So with the stocks, let's say if I put in $100, the $100 is always going to be there. It's not going to go lower, but there's a chance that obviously I can gain on it. And now, not that we want to take out, like when would you say that we take it out, or how would you say that? Like, do you take it out and put it back in, or do you not take it?
So this is the thing. First of all, there's multiple different methods of investing in the stock market. Some people you see are day traders. They'll go in and they could buy a stock and sell it in the same day, or buy a stock and sell it in the same week or the same month. So they buy it and then they sell it quickly. Okay. That's a day trader. That's not what I do. I do what's called buy and hold. So me, I'm that you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint kind of person.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm
Okay.
buying it because of a few reasons. Either I want to cash it out in retirement, I want to cash it out to buy rental property, or I want to pass it along to my kids. Those are pretty much my three end goals, right? Because when you invest in the stock market, you need to know why you're investing, and then you'll understand what you should invest in. So if you're investing because you want to pull it out in 5 years to take the cash and buy a rental property, then you need to understand what you should invest in that's going to see a return in 5 years, right? If you're investing because you want to pass it along to your kids, that's like people who invested in Apple back in the day. They bought it at $2 a share because they knew they was going to pass it on to their kids, and it was going to be $3 billion company. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. That's the first thing. Secondly, I don't want to say that if you put the $100 in there, it will not go down. There's always a chance of losing money in the stock market anytime that you put money in there. I'm just saying it's unlikely. When you're holding a stock for a long period of time, it is very unlikely that you will not recover your money, right? Even if it dips, it'll always come back up. Even if it dips, it'll always come back up. That's kind of what I'm saying. Not that you cannot lose money. But you know, when you put the $100 in there, depending on what you put the $100 in there to do, that'll tell you when you should sell it. If you put it in there, like I said, because you want to pull it out to send your kids to college, then you're gonna sell it and you're gonna sell the shares and pull the money out when your kid is 18 and about to go to college. You know, if you put it in there because you want to bring it out in retirement, then it's going to be sitting there for 30 years until you pull it out, you know. But on the other hand, there's also a thing called dividends, right? So there's two ways to get paid in the stock market. It's dividends, and it's the value of the stock itself goes up.
Okay.
So you bought it for $100 and now it's worth $200. So you made $100. So that's one way. And then the other way is called dividends, meaning every single year or every 3 months, the company is like, okay, we got our profits. Here's some of it.
Oh.
Right. So that is, you know, it's no one size fit all answer to that. If I'm honest.
And should you, so okay, I put in $100 in 2009. I'm just saying whatever. And then I keep putting money, or I don't put any more money to it?
So the way stocks work is you buy them by the share. Every day, that share could be a different price.
Okay.
So in 2009, if you bought a share at $10, but then 2019, it cost $20, like you may not want to buy more of that same one because now it's not as good of a deal because at first it was $10 and now it's $20. Like, you know, it ain't that good of a deal no more. I bought it when it was a good deal, so I'm gonna hold on to it, but I'm not gonna buy anymore because now it's not that good of a deal to buy. So you want to keep either buying more shares of what you already have, or you want to buy, shares of companies that you don't own yet, right?
Okay.
So that's how that works. Like you are gonna, like I put money into the stock market every single month. Sometimes I'm buying more of what I already have, and then sometimes I'm just buying new stuff that I just want to start investing in, like Etsy, right? I just started investing in Etsy because I think that stock is going to go up, right? Gap. I told you guys about Gap because Yeezy and Gap, you know, they're doing their thing, and I think that stock is going to go up, right?
Yeah.
I bought Square and stuff like that, Square, Zoom, all that stuff at the beginning of the year because the pandemic, you know, kind of hit. I knew that stuff was going to go up, right? So it depends on what it is.
And so somebody like me who's not so knowledgeable in that stuff, do you suggest like I might as well just pay somebody to do that stuff?
So this is the thing. I always say, for me, if I was still working as a scientist, I would not be able to know as much as I know about stocks because this is all I do. So of course I know a lot about it, right? But if I had another full-time job, it is no way I would be able to keep up with all this stuff that's going on, right? Right. So even if you want to pay somebody to invest your money for you, you need to have an understanding of if that person is doing the right thing. Have you ever seen Schitt's Creek on Netflix? Anybody seen Schitt's Creek on here?
No.
No? Okay, so it's basically about It's
Mhm.
about this family who was like rich and they had an investment advisor. He used to invest all their money for them. And then one day he just disappeared and they realized that he lost all their money. And all they had was this town that they bought as a joke called Schitt's Creek. So the whole family had to move out their mansion in Beverly Hills and move to Schitt's Creek,
Oh, I gotta
and
watch
live
that.
in a hotel because they own the town, right? But it was a very clear, like, hey, I don't care if you're paying the best investment advisor
Okay.
ever. You should know, like, if they're doing a good
Something.
job or not. You
Okay.
know, like, so I have a group. It's called PSIG.
Okay.
It's a women's private stock investment group,
Okay.
and I take you from A to Z in investing. Period.
Okay.
So if you don't know nothing about it and you join,
Okay.
she said, "Yeah, that's too funny." Yeah, no, it was
Shit,
sad but
I wonder
funny.
if it's still on there. I want to check that out.
It is. It's like SCHITZ or something, like Schitt's Creek.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So you guys heard that? It's a woman. Is it just for women?
It's just for women. So I
P-
serve women.
Okay. Well, she be like her, duh. PSIG. So if you're
Yes.
interested, like I told you guys earlier, make sure you follow her. The question? It's not all of it.
Yep. So
The
it's
one I sent you?
PSIG. It's a private stock investment group for women. You
It's
can go
not
to
it.
my page and hit the first link in my bio,
Yeah,
and you can sign up.
it was
I'm
more than
teaching you
two.
how to invest by age range, how to create passive income, how to, just understand the world of stocks in general, but in an easy way.
Okay. I definitely need to look into that. Someone had a question. If you guys have a question, drop it in the question box. I want to go back up. I don't want to miss her question. How would you teach a child about stocks?
Oh my gosh. You missed last month in June. I just did a whole kids segment.
A whole week, right? It was
A whole
week.
month of teaching kids and all that. But I teach my son. Okay, this is how I taught my son. My son is heavy into Fortnite. Okay, and we buy V-Bucks, and the V-Bucks buy skins, is what they're called, like characters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day my baby was like, "Mom, do you realize that every time we spend our money, we buy the characters, but then they're not valuable basically outside of the game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do realize that. Do you want to buy something that is valuable outside the game? Because I could do that." And so we did. So we went up to his room and we looked at all the stuff, like his Xbox, his headphones, everything pertaining to Fortnite. And I took him down here into his custodial account and we bought stock. It's called Here, HEAR. It's Turtle Beach is the company. But we bought stock in the headphones that the gamers use. We bought Microsoft stock because that's who makes the Xbox and stuff. We bought stock in the companies that create the graphics for Fortnite, stock in the company. We bought all kind of stocks pertaining to Fortnite. And he was really into it. Like he went back onto it because they talk to each other during the game.
Yeah.
And he told his friends about it. Like, yeah, we went and bought some stocks because I have the
wow.
best Turtle Beach, headphones, and we bought some stock in it. And I let him check it. We bought it. It was $11. Now it's $16. He understands that he just gained money per share, and he likes it because he knows that that's his money and he could do something with it at whatever point he wants to do something with it.
That's awesome. And he came to you and asked about that. How old is he?
Well, he's 9, but he didn't ask me about stocks. He was just
Right.
making an observation that every time he spends his money, basically it's not valuable anymore after he spends it in the game.
In the game. Wow. That was smart though. That was really smart. Jojo. Wow. So someone asked, is the series in your IGTV?
Yeah, a lot of them are. Yeah, a lot of them are. There's some good ones in there.
It's in my notes.
I have a series in there in my IGTV called SBH My Kid. I'm going to type it in here. It was called SBH My Kid. And that's the series in my IGTV. And you can find all those videos about kid stuff.
SBH My Kid. I pinned Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, I don't know if I'm frozen or if she's
No, that was
frozen.
me. That was me. Okay,
Okay.
good. But that was I mean, that was just for him to think about that. Like, he's on to something. He gonna be a little scientist himself. Yeah.
But you know, it's crazy. You know, the kids pick up on everything. Like I talk about money all the time. He's, you
Yes.
know, over here while I'm doing my lives and he
Yeah.
asks questions. So that's why it's so important to even make money a normal conversation. Like I feel like
Yes.
people
Right.
people shy away from it because they feel like, oh, if you're talking about money, either you greedy or you this or you that, you know, but no, like money should
Or
be a
we fuss at
conversation.
them. We fuss
Huh?
at them. We fuss at them about it.
Yes.
'Cause I
And it's
know.
like, you know, if my baby is asking me, well, mom, how much do you make, you know, with for that?
Yeah.
Or how much is that? You know, I'm going to tell him because he needs to have some perspective, you know, some perspective about money. And, you know, we need to just talk about it. We need to talk about it with our friends. Like if you got friends and y'all ain't never talking about money, it's a problem. If y'all all shush, 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 I can't tell you nothing about my money.
Yeah.
You don't tell me nothing about yours. That's not your
That's
friend
not
circle.
gonna take you. Right.
No.
Exactly.
No.
I agree.
No.
So if you guys are just tuning in, this is Star She Building Her _CA. We've pinned the series that she's talking about that teaches children, introduces children on stocks. Like I said before, if you're not following her, make sure you follow her. She has a program called PSIG. It introduces you into stocks, which I know I saw that somewhere. I need to get into that because I'm interested in it, but I'm not very knowledgeable, and I just want to you know, get going because, like you said, I'm an entrepreneur, so I got to set up stuff for myself at this point. Does anybody have any questions for her in regards to anything financial?
Oh, I said to myself I was going. So I had put in my story, and a lot of people want to know. Like everybody was talking about the Tesla stock. Tesla stock is trading, I think, at like $1,400, and I had put in my story like, hey, what y'all think? What do y'all think? Is this a good buy or is it not? If you know, and so I was like, I'm gonna wait to her thing to tell y'all. For me, because a lot of people was asking questions, is this too high? Is it not? Tesla is too high right now. Don't go buy Tesla right now. Tesla's valuation of the company, their stock should be priced somewhere around $800. So the fact that it's cost $1,400, it will literally have to do with things like the CEO hanging out with Kanye West, the CEO being in the media. You know, like the media will pump up these companies and investors will go and buy the stock and it'll drive the price up. This is what's called an inflated price. Do not go buy Tesla right now. It will drop again, guys. It will drop again. $1,400 is too much to buy Tesla stock for. So I said to myself, I'm going to tell them that on her live.
Make sure y'all get that. Don't run and go get it right now. I'm telling you.
Right now is not the time. Right now is not the
time, baby. Okay, so we have a question. Do you invest under your LLC?
I love that question. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I invest both, right? I invest under my social security number. I invest under each of my children's social security number, and I invest under my LLC, right? My EIN, my LLC, all of it.
Okay.
Why do I do that? I do it for a few different reasons. One reason is because I need my business. I need to be collecting assets in my personal name and my business name. When I'm looking to scale my business, I want to have some kind of collateral, right? Okay. Collateral means that your business is worth something. So even when you think about stocks, the only reason a stock can cost the price that it does is because the company itself is worth however much it's worth, right? So when I buy stock under my LLC, whatever the value of that stock is or the value of my portion of the company I bought the stock in, adds to the value of my business. So when I go to a bank or to anything to leverage my business for funding or property or whatever I want to do, the value of the company that I bought the stock in that's sitting in my LLC completely adds value to my business, even on top of whatever revenue I'm bringing in my business. I hope that's making sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I 100%. And the other thing is, businesses get great tax breaks and tax benefits. So when it comes to stock, we paying taxes just like anything else you buy in America. We're a capitalist society. We pay taxes, okay? So when you buy stock inside of an LLC, it will greatly help you as far as tax purposes, okay?
Okay.
As far as tax purposes. So yes, I sure do. I do it
That's a great question.
Under my social, both of my kids' social, and my my LLC.
Yeah, I need to get with you, honey. Listen, and this is all new to me. All this stuff is new. Like I said, I was just in the classroom teaching, and that's it. Literally, like for real. And you know, as a school, well, in Dade County, I don't know about any other county, they match your funds and different things like that. But once you leave, it's not so. So
right.
I didn't really, get into anything after the fact. So these are all great things to know. Two things real quick. You guys know Instagram cuts us off in an hour, and it is now 8:50, which gives us about 10 more minutes. So one thing, again, this is Star of She Building Her _CA. Make sure you follow her if we're learning about stocks. We're learning about managing our money, just knowing how to make it work for you so you can build your wealth in the long term. That is like, I think that should just be our ultimate goal. You know what I mean?
For sure. For sure.
Two more questions.
And I think the other thing is too,
somebody asked if you do day trade. No, she said earlier she don't do day trading at all. How do you feel about buying a house right now? That's a good question.
That is a good question. I feel like you should see if you can qualify.
Okay.
See if you can qualify, and if you can, do it.
Okay.
So the thing about it is, a lot of time, unless you're like a heavy investor, it is practically impossible to time these markets. People always tell you about time in the real estate market, time in the stock market. If you can qualify for that house, buy it. Period.
Yeah.
You can't have a question about wealth if you're not talking about real estate and insurance. Real estate and insurance are the backbones of wealth. So even though I'm talking about stock markets and all this kind of stuff, real estate and insurance are going to be the backbones of wealth. So you need real estate inside of your portfolio, period.
Good. Listen, y'all sleeping on Star now. Y'all better get them. Listen, when I check back with her in about 2 days, I need to know that she had 10 consultations with y'all.
Right.
Here, okay.
Right.
Because let's say 9, because I'm gonna be 1. That's for sure. Okay. I am. Listen. I'm telling y'all.
It's a lot of information to try to go in at once. And even sitting here in this hour, it probably seems like we just talked about so many different things, but just don't get overwhelmed.
Right.
Focus on one area and just
do it. And then
do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. She said I got read. That's great. So I'm so glad. I think Coco, I'm not sure who asked that question. I think it was Coco. I'm excited about that question because I was just looking at this young lady that was talking about flipping homes and not needing money to get certain things. So you look at these things and like she says, you Google because you want to know the truth to a lot of stuff. Because of course people going to sell you whatever they're talking about. So you still Google. At least I know I do that for sure, and you should too. But again, this is Star. We're gonna go ahead and close out. I don't know if you've seen our show before. Right before we close out, we always do a Would You Rather.
Let me tell you one more thing. I always joke about this on my page with PSIG. I tell my girls, I'm like, everybody starts with the Google phase, right? But I can tell you, guaranteed, I've done it so many times that while you're Googling, these girls are going to be running laps around you in the stock market. Because when it comes to a coach and someone who can guide you, it's not that they have information that you can't look up yourself. It's that they have honed in on the information and made it a lot faster to get from point A to point Z. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about it. And so anyway, go to the link in my bio, PSIG. That's what you want to, yes.
So in PSIG, it's a series of different lessons.
Yeah, I take you through literally everything. How to use the functions inside of the broker account, everything from A to Z. How to pick a stock, how to know if it's good, how to look it up, research it.
Is that a group? Is it a group or is you do it individual?
No, it's a group. It's a private. It's basically like a little private society that I take women into small groups, and we go through a series of classes, and it's 4 classes. But go ahead. Would you rather?
Perfect. Okay. All right. So, would you rather, you guys, if you're new to my show, I usually do a segment and it's something around life because Carefree Conversations is about life, business, what's trending, and anything that comes up. So, would you rather win the lottery or have good credit?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with win the lottery.
Okay. Would you rather the credit union or a bank?
Credit union.
Would you rather be without internet for a week or without your phone?
Or without my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, my phone.
Really?
I can text on my laptop. I can go on
Okay,
Instagram on
you
my
smart,
laptop
girl.
without my phone.
Would you rather go deep sea diving or bungee jumping?
Bungee jumping. I am not. No.
Brave, girl. Would you rather be a teen for the rest of your life or an adult?
An adult. I love money. I love money. I love. Yeah. An adult.
Would you rather watch Shark Tank or HGTV?
Shark Tank.
Would you rather invest in stocks or bonds?
Ooh, look at you. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you real quick. Stocks are equity. So when you buy stock, you own a little portion of a company. When you buy a bond, it means it's debt. So that means you're giving them money and they got to pay you back with interest. So stocks don't make interest. They just appreciate in value. Bonds make interest. So if they're corporate bonds, I'm gonna say corporate bonds.
Okay. Y'all got that real nugget real quick? I love it. Love it. Would you rather work alone or in a group?
Alone, for sure.
Would you rather be poor and work at a job you love or rich and work at a job you hate?
Rich.
Right?
Period.
Okay, but you hate the job. All right.
Girl, but I'm gonna love the rest of my life though.
Okay, because you got that money. That money gonna make me happy. I know that's right. Listen, again, guys, this is Star of She Building Her _CA on Instagram. Go sign up, learn about your stocks. Just learn about money, how to handle your money. That's it. It ain't even just about stocks and building wealth. Just learning how to manage the money that you have. Now, if you got $1,000, she gonna help you spread that. You might end up having 100,000. That's the whole point of building it. And I know that's my ultimate goal. So I'm about to log off, y'all. Go follow her. So I need to make my appointment before y'all all jump on in her inbox. And don't DM her. Click the link in her bio. Hello. Okay.
Thank
you want to
you,
give
Tori.
them anything this thing say it's counting me down.
I know it makes you nervous. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. I love your show. I love your platform. I love everything you're doing. You are so sweet. I love your laugh. You be having me cracking up while I'm watching your lives. I love it. You like a little light, so I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time to come out and give us some of that knowledge you have. And it means a lot because I tell everybody, just taking the time, it's an hour, that could be like $40, $50. She a scientist, y'all. She ain't just no regular person. Okay? All right. So make sure y'all go follow her, make your appointment. Again, Star, thank you so much and have a good one. Take care.
See you later.
All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Guidance, blessings, and love. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. It's same time. Same place right here on Corey Love Reporting _.